Alright, so I'm pretty tired here, but welcome to Good Choices. We're gonna work on automate your network. It's pretty late, so this should be a pretty short video. Last video we saw that in order to make it so that we can set up DNS and DHCP on the network and have them tied together so that DNS is read from the DHCP leases file, and we automatically map our create our DNS A records in an automated way. We have to have DHCP option 12 enabled, and these Aruba devices unfortunately do not have capacity for DHCP option 12, so we're going to have to come back to these later and maybe pick out a different device that has DHCP option 12, or just have these be configured manually. I would like to see everything in the leases folder though. Um, so for now, the goal of this video is to just go through each device, and then to be able to SSH to each device from the admin. Um, so let's do that. We got these two devices done. Uh, I think we've got these devices done as well, but the problem with these two devices is that they get DHCP option 12. They or that they can't send out to DHCP option 12. So, but we'll go ahead and try to get these going as well. Okay, so this has an IP address. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on the admin server here, and then if we can log into the device, that's good. And then we'll move through the next one. So we're gonna start here, and then we're gonna go up there, then there, and then all throughout the network. And it's okay. We're just gonna do it through the IP for now. Um, Setting up DNS is something that will happen after this. These are all prerequisite steps for enabling DNS, so we don't need to worry about getting DNS set up on our network right now. We just need to worry about establishing SSH. Alright, so things boot up. They can be a little leggy, but looks good for now. And I set up a user account. Alright, so this one is all set to go. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one, I think we did see this one having problems before. Let's try to fix it quick. I know we will be eventually probably swapping that out. But for now, let's just drop a new one, and then unplug this. We'll grab the host name while we're at it. And then, yep, delete this. Move this one up. Change the host name. Wire it up. Wire up the management. Alright, and as far as the floor goes, I can't remember. Um, no, I think we didn't have it connected to the other one. Okay, so hopefully that resolves the issue. Alright, so that's okay. We can move on to the next two and test those while that one's waiting. Okay, so we've got the IP address here. Alright, looks good to me. So on to the next one. Alright, looks good. So let's check on the new one. Alright, we're in now. Alright, so we gotta create the user first. Alright, and I think that should do it, hopefully. Okay, so now, yep, we've got the IP address now. Sometimes it just fails for whatever reason. It's a virtualization, so it's not quite as robust sometimes. Can more easily get thrown awry. Okay, so I am pinging it by accident. I want to SSH actually. There we go. Looks good to me. Alright, so time to move on. And I already did the copy run start, so everything's good to go. Alright, we're making some good progress here. Alright, so on to the new ones now. Alright, well that's kind of interesting. Alright, so there's some kind of issue there. Maybe I'm locked out from configuration or something because I had so many failed attempts. Let's try it with the other one. Huh, okay. So, no, that's not the problem. There's something up with this. I am doing it with a capital C. We can try putting it in a notepad and pasting it from there. So don't. Oh, I do see an extra character there, so maybe that makes a difference. All right, so let's try it like this. Still nothing. Okay, so we do have a problem here. The cumulus boxes don't have the right password in the configuration area. Alright, we can see it's not a matter of typing it in wrong. It's a matter of it not being accepted even though it's correct. Or even though it's entered correctly. Alright, well, that's too bad. Let's do a quick Google search on it. Let's try it with root instead. Huh. Alright, so something's going horribly wrong with my Cumulus. So let's skip the 4 of those and then go on and try to do the other ones. Alright, admin it is. Alright, and then we need a what else do we need? Oh right, just lots of stuff. Let's give it a network admin role, even though we could probably give it like a DevOps role. Alright, so now we gotta put in the SSH key. Looks good to me. Okay, so we got the IP on the management interface there. So let's see if we can knock this one out. There we go. Looks good. Let's move on. Alright, so continuing moving on. Victory for this one. So we got the core devices next. Alright, so I don't see how to see this is hopefully kind of neat because I like see how much I'm using the question mark. It's because I've never used this before. So see how I figured out how to just do this just by so it's config system global. Yeah, so I guess I thought I was on the right track. So you can see there's some sort of config system global that I can't access. Now, some of these devices are meant to be managed through the web, so sometimes you can't configure everything through the command line. There's things that'll just pop up out of nowhere that aren't in the menu, or otherwise it is kind of just a total nightmare to use the command line. Um, well, that's because they don't want you to do that. They want you to use the web management portal instead. That is, I think, becoming the case more and more. Yeah, so I think in this case we have to use that web management portal. It's the only way to do things like changing the host name on it. So now hopefully there is a IP address on it. Okay, so we do have a number of interfaces on it, but I don't see any IPs on it. Alright, so these I'll probably need to deal with later. Probably will need to have um, access to it through a graphical user interface online. Shoot, so maybe the access class, so restrict access by access class? No, I'm not seeing the same kind of options. Maybe we need to enable the SSH service first. Um, yeah, this is interesting. Maybe AAA? No. It should just be there like it was before. Or the token, maybe. Oh, no, that just enables token authorization. So I have to do I actually I think on the Cisco you have to do crypto key, yeah, generate RSA 2048. Yeah. Yeah, they make it like really tricky to like to do. Yeah, and you have to set up a domain name. I remember this. Oh, did I not define one? I thought there was a way to make it version 2. I forget how to make it version 2. They make it so hard on Cisco. It's like so much easier on like every other device. So then you have to do line VTY. I have to do login local. They make it so hard. Seems kind of needless to me that it's got to be so hard. Maybe it's internal. Not sure what the default was. And I can't believe how hard they make it on Cisco. I remember doing this when I was in school for this, but it's been a while, and just about every other vendor I used, it's like not this hard. This is ridiculous. Just to establish remote access, it's this hard. I'm pretty sure there's a command where you... Oh, you know what? It's probably under IP. IP service or IP system service. IPSSH version 2. Oh yeah, that's how you do that. That's IPSSH. Client. Um, I guess I could do a per user maybe. Limit. I'm getting close. I just don't know. I gotta think. Let me think. Oh, username. I keep thinking it's gonna like pop up or something. And there's like no built-in help or anything. This is why I like Junipers. This is absolutely ridiculous. Is it even possible? Service timestamps. I'm getting really tired. I might have to hang it up. Hang up the boxing gloves. Yeah, I don't get why this is so ridiculously hard. I mean, we should have it to the point where Oh, and you know what? This might have something to do with it too. We've got an issue on this where there's no interfaces. I think that's probably the case for all of them. Yeah, for all four of these, there are no interfaces anyway. So it could be the case that without those interfaces there, there's options missing. Oh, you know how to do it? You do it like this, which is really dumb. Oh, I guess not. Is that key map? Is that what it is? If it's the key map, then I just quit. Cisco is just convoluting things too much, too unnecessarily. If the name for this command is a key map, yeah, I do not know how to do that. It's like the switch port trunk allowed thing too. Like if you're like me and like you came from a big Cisco background, uh, you're just gonna be like for most of your time like, oh, that's just a normal thing that a vendor has those kind of like self-destruct pitfalls in there, and it's just this is why I went to school. It's just so I have that necessary training. No, that's not how it works at all. Junipers, Arubas, Aristas, they don't have that same pitfall, and we saw how easy it was to enable SSH on them. So yeah, I don't know. Like it's just they were the main player in the game and had the whole market to themselves pretty much. I think even today, when it comes to quality of hardware production, they're really can't be beat. But yeah, when it comes to management, just because you learned it, you got your CCNA, and you're familiar with it, doesn't always mean that it's the best. There are other ways of doing it, and those other ways could be better, even though they are not the ways you were taught. And we can see that here, just with how absurdly difficult it is to set this up. It should not be that difficult just to enable SSH and to uh, have it authenticate with public RSA keys. I mean, you have to generate the keys. You have to switch to version 2. I don't even know what that is. You have to, on the V2I lines themselves, you have to have it authenticate to a local account. Then you have to create the local account. And then I'm not even sure if you can use passwords. Actually, it looks like your only option, if you can use RSA keys, actually, it looks like your only option is to use passwords, which isn't going to work for me. So I might have to swap those out. All right, so we got just these two more, and that'll be it because we got some devices that need some troubleshooting before we can move on, um, and we might have to actually make some kind of design style choices. Now this is interesting too because it says that it's failing to get a valid DHCP response, but I do have DHCP set up, so it shouldn't be failing to get a DHCP response. Now it's fine if it fails to get the zero touch file through DHCP. That's totally fine. In fact, let's take a look at some of this zero touch traffic. I think that could be kind of eye opening. So we'll need to sniff this link here. All right, and let's take a look at some of this ZTP traffic. So here we go. We got the last part of the DORA exchange, so we should be able to see which device this is if we go down to option 12. Oh, and same deal. We don't have an option 12. They don't all have option 12, which is really frustrating. I need option 12. So yeah, I don't even know which one this is. This is just a... Yeah, I guess I would have to enable option 12. Alright, well, so much for that. What I wanted to see was kind of the ZTP exchange a lot better. So here's the CDP, but it's those Cisco devices of the core. I don't think it has anything to do with ZTP. ZTP is all gonna happen through DHCP, and it should get a DHCP option back. So like this the ACK, it should receive an option back. It should receive like a file. Or it should get it through like TFTP, but we don't have that set up. So yeah, I just don't think it's set up for ZTP. So the best thing I can do now is just disable ZTP. It's really all I can do for now. Get rid of the ones who don't need anymore. Alright, host name, dist 01. Okay, so that's the intersection of the network. So we gotta do the dist02. I think I didn't set the host name on that yet. No, I didn't. Alright, and then just these two, and then I'm gonna cut it. These are problematic. We're gonna have to swap these out for something else. These I just need to figure out how to configure. I think in order to configure all the features in it, it requires access to the management GUI, which we can do. Um, and then there's more than just those. Okay, so we have to figure out how to enable the interfaces on these. We have to figure out how to manage these in a more robust way. And then these we have to figure out how to log into. But other than that, we're pretty much nearly there. Yeah, see how easy it is to set up SSH? I can't believe Cisco makes it so hard. Looks good to me. So, yep, we're gonna close that. This is just to grab the key. So, okay, now we can test access to this device. And then we got one more device, and then I will end the video. Alright, so it looks like we've got some kind of issue with DHCP. There's nothing being assigned. Okay, so it looks like I didn't add any configuration under there yet. Alright, so now we've got an IP address. Let's see if SSH is good to go. Alright, looks good to me. So one more to go, and then I can stop this cruel game. It just sucks that everything doesn't work. This is, what I've complained about so many times. It's like the network state that automation presupposes is no piece of cake. It's hard to get it up to the state that is required for automation to start. So it's like by the time you have a network in a state that it needs to be in to automate it, it doesn't require automation anymore. Okay, so there we go. Username, no password, privilege 15. Alright, so there we go. This one should work, and then we'll be all set except for going back and troubleshooting the ones that didn't work so easily. And there we go, that's WAN disk 2. Alright, we're all set. So when I come back, I will be addressing these that I can't log into, um, swapping these out for something that has usable interfaces, and then trying to configure these through a more robust configuration method, such as using the GUI. Alright, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.